the beginning of day 5 out here at Sequoia National Park. We're at Big Arroyo Creek, some kind of campground in here. It was a cold one last night. It's 37 degrees right now at 20 after 7. Horrible sleep last night. Beth was cold too. She had some kind of problem with her Beckett hitch on her suspension. Like her underquilt is actually touching the ground. Yesterday we had beautiful scenery all day long. Today we're looking at about 8.5 miles, and then 8.5 miles on the last day. And it depends on where we camp tonight. I think we probably changed our plans for our campsites every single night so far. I'd like to have a hot drink today, but I didn't bring a stove. So I'm having a cold dirt bag mocha down here. Check this out. This is kind of strange. This is my wash rag. It's one of those little ones you buy that are this big and you add water to them. It's wet, so I'm drying it on this rock. This rock's covered. There's ants all over the place. These ants are walking up to it. There's no permethrin or anything on it. They're walking up to it. As soon as they just back away. They just refuse to go across it. You can see that one there. Yeah, I just been sitting here watching them. That's my entertainment right now. It is 10 o'clock. We're just about to break camp. So I think we kind of scoped it out because the trail, we're kind of just off this is a separate trail here. This might be Big Arroyo Trail, I think is what this is. If we continue down this way, it's supposed to be unmaintained. So we got to get back on our main loop trail. And we scoped it out. The intersection is right up around the bend here. Yesterday, it doesn't look like there's any, we have a creek crossing and it doesn't look like we're going to be able to rock hop. So we might be starting off with wet feet, but we got a lot of time for them to dry, for everything to dry today. We just passed a sign back there, said no camp fires, no fires above this point. So that was exactly 10,000 feet. Looks like we're coming out into another valley. We haven't seen these mountains over here yet, I don't think. And I think that, there's nothing really higher than where we're at right now, at least where we're in this, on this ridge, unless we're going up there. But I think that's the end of the first climb. I'm just stepped off trail just for a minute here, just to check this out. There's a pretty nice looking lake out there. I don't know that we're gonna go past it. And a really good water source this high up. Look at there's some trout. There's some pretty decent trout right there. You see that? Is that a good size one? I don't know what a good size trout is. Right here.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's 7 inches.
We just had to cross that creek. It was rock hoppable, and we're headed out this direction. Glad I have the bucket hat for the. There's not much shade up in this area. There hasn't been a cloud in the sky for the entire trip. And we just found this vista. It's just off the trail. Beth said it's just a solid wall right ahead. I'm going too far out here. So we were camped down in that valley somewhere. That mountain right there looks familiar. Coming out into one of these beautiful mountain lakes. This is not Little Five Lakes yet. We're not far from it. This is beautiful. Might be getting some wind noise here. I did want to mention before I forgot that if you saw our last video from yesterday, when we saw that rescue helicopter and we were up by Precipice Lake with the basket hanging underneath it. Beth said she zoomed in on the pictures and it looked like a bunch of supplies and stuff, like a bag and a basket full of supplies. Probably going out to one of these rangers that are staying out in these cabins, because there's no roads within dozens of miles of where we're at. Hopefully I'm not getting too much wind noise, but we just came to an intersection just a minute ago. It was like a 4-way intersection, I think it was. And Beth decided she's going to drop her pack and take a break. There was a sign that said this is Little Five Lakes right here. So I wanted to come check it out real quick. This was our original plan, was to camp here at this lake. And there's supposed to be a ranger station. I'm not going to walk too far. And let's go see if I can find that ranger station. I couldn't find a ranger station over there. It's not showing on Gaia, but I thought there was one. There is this. This is the campsite that's showing up on Gaia. Get to bear box. Easy water access over here. Pretty big site. Really good for tents. Nice little field here for tent camping. This is just after Little Five Lakes. I think we're like 4 or 5 miles into things. That's where we're camped down below that mountain right there. So apparently I don't know, we up and around somewhere. We just stepped off a trail over here. It's this kind of overlook. Let's see how close we can get right here. I think we can up on these rocks. And this is one of the big 5 lakes. So I think we're heading down into the valley and then back up the other side. I don't know exactly what's going on. That's a mountain we haven't seen yet right there. We made it down to lake level. A bunch of switchbacks coming down off that mountain there. And we're gonna have to, like I said, we have to climb. Hopefully we're going up through that gap. I think this is just off the trail again. You have to come and check it out up here. Nice. This is getting sketchy here. The trail is over here. There's a rock cairn over there too.
Where's the rock cairn?
It's a big one, like 5 foot high.
Oh, I see it now, yeah.
So we gotta cross.
Oh, this isn't bad. You can rock crawling, dude.
Okay, I guess we gotta get across here somehow. Yeah, it's not as bad as I originally thought. We are just at 7 miles on the day. Should be our last climb of the day. You can see that ridge line right there. We started this morning on the other side of there because we were kind of below those mountains in that next valley over at camp this morning. Another beautiful mountain lake. I don't know the name of this one, if it is named. I'm sure it probably is. It's not showing on Gaia. Nice view of the mountain up there in the background. We are at Lost Canyon campsite, and Beth just opened it up and look, there's 40 food in this one too.
Yeah, and it wasn't locked either. It was just like this.
Oh my god.
It was just like this, not even closed.
What are these people?
I just did this.
There's marshmallows. Is that marshmallows?
I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't want to touch it. You got Nor's, Idahoan potatoes. Oh, dude, look at this fucking shit. It looks like vomit. And you got Idahoan potatoes. You got trail mix. They left a Cliff Bar there, dude. This is fucking, what is this? This is a mystery can. It's a Pop Top.
It's like probably those mini hot dogs or something.
Yeah, the Vienna hot
Vienna
dogs,
sausages or something.
Vienna sausages. When's the expiration date?
This thing's
10,
probably-
20, 25. November. No, it's November. Best used by November 10, 20, 25. Is that 20?
It'd be
2020?
October 20th of 25.
No, it says by November.
Oh,
You see?
I can't
Oh, it's
see.
hard for you to see. Did it expire? Oh, it's November 10th, 2025.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still good. It's been in here for a while though, if that's its expiration date. This thing's got like at least a 2-year expiration date, dude. It's the mystery can. This is fucking
Well, somebody
disgusting.
might have had it there on their shelf at home for a while too.
Yeah. What is this? This is liquidy.
Oh, what is that? Tikka vegetables.
Dude, this looks like the shit that was over at the other locker, like the soups.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck this is, vomit.
That looks like chicken noodles, broth or something.
The mashed potatoes would probably be safe.
I bet you that's broth for the mashed potatoes and like stuffing or something.
Yeah, dude. Whatever it is, they're eating on the cheap. Where's the expiration date on this bad boy? May 2026. This might have been here for like a year, dude. I'm fucking eating it. It was tempting. I was like, I should fucking eat this. I should fucking eat this. Eat it all up. It would be amazing. Roasted garlic. The Idahoan roasted garlic is great, dude. Is there air in it? No. Look, do you see there's a little hole or something in it. Ew, yeah, look, it's fucking, yeah. Smells like garlic. Okay, we're getting out
Let's
of
close
here.
that up and look around here and see what, this was, like I said, this was originally where we were.
And you were
I don't see any fire rings or anything. Maybe there is one over there. Let's see. That looks like a fire pit. It's still exploring down here. I probably didn't mention this is the Lost Canyon campsite. And now that we're down at creek level, we're going to follow the creek. And there's supposed to be more campsites. I read a blog or something that said there was a nice one for hammocks about a mile down the stream. So let's go. We're definitely going past this either way. You immediately have to cross on a not stable something. Not so great.
There's a little rock here. A little rock.
Okay. Here's what we got. We're gonna make this camp. There's an existing fire pit here. We're right next to the creek. Plenty of hammock trees. So yeah, it was actually like I said, that thing I saw on Hammock Forum said it was about a mile west of the official campsite. We are 2/3 of a mile from there, and pretty soon the trail is going to start turning away from the creek. So this is definitely home for the night. It's 5:20, and we got most of our camp chores done. Let's get our hammock set up. We got our firewood collected. I got my cat hole pre-dug, and I think Beth already ate her dinner. So before I go wash up, I'm gonna have my dinner. So I was in the store looking for some tuna creations or something, and I stumbled across beef creations taco style. So I think it'd be kind of like taco meat. We're gonna find out in a minute. I haven't even opened one yet. So we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna eat right out of the container, right out of this bag here. But I'm gonna throw in some Fritos to simulate taco shells. The store I went to, I just wanted cheddar cheese, but the store I went to didn't have just like singles cheddar cheeses, so I had to get these. And I will have some leftover Slim Jims. And then I'm gonna throw in some Taco Bell fire sauce. So we'll see how this goes. I officially have my new favorite backpacking meal. This is the bomb. The only thing I would maybe do different is just open up a bunch of these packages into one big Ziploc instead of making individual ones, because the bag's kind of small. But yeah, I'm gonna have to make a bunch of them. I have 4 more packets over there. Just after 9 o'clock, and we're looking at the alarms going off at 6 o'clock tomorrow. So we're calling it here, and tomorrow we gotta we want to try to beat some of the sun. Well, we tried that yesterday, so it's probably not going to work. Tomorrow we're looking at about 9.5 miles. It's going to be mostly climbing until the last part. We'll drop down to the car. So we're going to pass. We're going to follow this creek that we're next to. We're going to follow that up the creek, and then we're going to come to Columbine Lake. And from there we have a boulder field climb up to Sawtooth Pass, and from there it's extremely steep all the way back down to the car. It's like a scree field. So yeah, that's tomorrow's plans. 20 after 8, we're getting out of camp. It's 50 degrees. It was 36 degrees when we got up. Alarms went off at 6 o'clock, so we've just been dragging our feet getting out of camp. We did yesterday too. But anyways, yeah, this is gonna be pretty good amount of uphill to start the day, and then that big downhill to finish. This site right here, this is just a quarter mile past where we camped, and this might be the one that they were talking about on that Hammock Forums. So, oh, there's a waterfall. Yeah, you could definitely hammock here and tent here. Yeah, this is a good site.
Hammock right there.
Yep. Look at these tent sites too, tent pads.
I think this one, the other one could facilitate more hammocks, but this one is nicer. Look at that, the waterfall view.
Coming out into some sunny areas. Some nice mountain views here. Nice peak there. We're a mile in for the day, and just stopped to take some layers off. Yeah, right by this nice waterfall. Like that peak right there, that looks like one we saw when we first started to climb on day 1. And I remember thinking it looked like a sawtooth. So maybe that's where we got to get up through. I guess we'll find out. Obviously we're coming into a bowl. We got to get up out of here. somewhere over there. It's gonna be our trail. Here's the valley we just came through. We're starting a little bit more of a ascent now. Got some switchbacks now helping. Still on the climb up to Columbine Lake. It was easy, pretty easy for the most part. A lot of very short switchbacks on the way up here, but now it's starting to get kind of just more straight up. No switchbacks. Fortunately, it's only 65 degrees out here. If this was 95, this would not be a whole lot of fun. We made it up out of that valley, at least for now. This is Columbine Lake. We're at exactly 11,000 feet right now, elevation. I think that's Sawtooth Peak itself. That's like 12,000 some feet elevation over there. Fortunately, there's a pass. We're going to be going through a pass. We're not done with our climbing. We still have some bouldering to do to get over the pass. But this is beautiful. The trail's going to be going down here. We're going to try to get water somewhere down there. We're going to be heading up over that. That's the pass up there. And I don't have to be able to tell where I'm pointing at. We can actually see the path right there. The trail's right there. So we're going to be crossing somewhere over there. It's a boulder field, I guess we have to do. Coming down through here, there's a little bit of bouldering, and you gotta watch for the rock cairns, and be a good idea to have some GPS. We're gonna rock hop right here across where this outlet is. This is actually, I was looking it up yesterday, this lake is the source of Cliff Creek, where we camped on night 1. Nice little tent spot there. So got some snow still over here. Late July. It looks like our trail's headed up this way through this boulder field. You can see a cairn there where Beth is at, another one a little further up. We've just been bouldering all through that. All up through here, following the cairns. We just stashed our poles on our packs because they're useless. Not sure how much higher we go. Hopefully we just cut up here and cut through. I don't want to have to climb all the way to the top ridge. Look at all that snow still over there. Sawtooth Peak. This red snow, it's only just like on the top surface. Beth just put her foot in there. We're done with the boulders. Got the poles back out, and you can see Beth up there. This is the trail now. It's kind of like a scree, I guess. I don't know. We finally made it to the top of the Sawtooth Gap. That's Sawtooth Peak over there, 12,000 some feet. We are at roughly 11,000 feet, something. 11, I forget, I'll put it in. So there was Columbine Lake that we just climbed up from. The wooded valley down there, pretty sure that's where we were camped at last night. And then this is our new valley. This is our last, that's our last climbing for the trip actually. But this is gonna get pretty technical over here. We're gonna have to, I believe we go over that way.
No, we go down this way and then we turn that way.
Okay, so we go down and then we go over to that scree field, and we gotta cut down the scree field. There's a trail running down over there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Yeah, but I can actually see the parking lot from here. Look, right there is the road that we came in on. The parking lot's right there.
So that is.
We've determined that is Sawtooth Peak right there, and then this one is North Sawtooth Peak right behind us. So this is the gap between them here. I'm gonna put a screenshot of the topo lines that we have to cut down through this scree. It's insane on the contours, because there are two ways down through the scree field. The ranger told us don't take the first possible one because it's way too steep. The other one's still pretty insanely steep, I'm pretty sure, but I guess we'll find out when we get there. You can see right there, there's a little mountain pond, and then nice waterfall dropping off of it. We might have seen that on the way up. I'm not sure if that's the same one. There is a really steep trail. This might have been the one the ranger told us don't take. I just came from this direction. Beth, she took a different turn, so she's gonna meet me down here. It was really fun coming down the first part of the scree. I was having fun. You know, just turn my feet like 45 degrees and just slide. And I don't know if that's the correct way to do a scree field, but it worked until we got into some of this stuff up here where the scree was just like a half an inch thick on top of solid rock, and I lost it. I had to sit on my butt. Ended up on my butt. There's a handful of monarch butterflies flying around here. Apparently that has something to do with Monarch Lake over there. Just past some hikers, they were headed up. So that's what it looks like going up. I'm not sure if this is exactly Monarch Lake or it's one of the Monarch Lakes. Look at that waterfall. There's a bigger lake up on top of there where that waterfall is coming from. And it says Monarch Lakes, I think. So I don't know if this is technically Lower Monarch Lakes or whatever. Look at the outhouse. It's just a fence around the toilet, I guess. I'm assuming there's a toilet in there. Got a bear box over here. There's a bunch of tents already set up over here on these rocks. There's not much for hammocking around here. I just saw one of these pikas around over here. Let's go see if we can get a better view. There it is, under the rock. Well, this is pretty cool. We just left from Monarch Lakes and getting into all these red rocks. Pretty cool. That's the mountain we just came down off of. I don't know which scree field. It might have been that one right there. I think that's where we came down. That's crazy. This is the trail. It's just rocks. It's just these jaggedy rocks that sound like two pieces of metal clanging together when you step on them. You can hear that. Right over there, all those pine trees. That's the timber gap, I think, that we went out on day one from down in the parking lot down there. Just over 6 miles on a day, and getting some nice views over here. There's the road we came in on. There's the parking lot. And this road that comes up through the valley here. I forget the name, but I'll put it down below. But you can see where we're parked at right over here. The trail goes up. There's another trailhead apparently over there with the parking lot. But the road just dead ends, I'm pretty sure. This is the only way in and out to this parking lot. Back at the parking lot, apparently you can duct tape as an option. Good to see this. Good to get that pack off my back. I'm gonna wrap things up. We are here at Sequoia RV Park. This is where we car camped when we first got in from Vegas. As far as the trail, I didn't add up how many miles it was yet, but we did between 5 and 10 miles every day, so that worked out pretty good. I think actually when we landed at Vegas, we changed our plans. We had 5 campsites. I think we changed all 5 of them except for one of them. We stayed at Hamilton Lakes. So kind of winging it with that. As far as the trail was, I thought it was well maintained. There is only one way in, one trailhead, so for that whole loop. So there's no possibility for a food drop or beer drop. I would recommend doing the loop clockwise like we did, because otherwise you're going to start off from the Mineral King trailhead. I guess that's what it's called. Is that what it's called? Mineral King Trailhead?
Timber Gap
Trailhead. Otherwise, if you go counterclockwise, you're going to start off with like a 5,000 foot climb to begin your whole trip, and to top it off at the very top with a scree scramble for the last few. I don't know how far it is, but the scenery itself was incredible. Nothing like I've seen in where I usually hike at. I took I've never been really at this elevation. And I got these things called altitude adjustment. I just searched them on Google, and I had really no problem with the elevation. I mean, I was breathing heavily like I normally would be going up like a normal hill, but so I don't know if that had something to do with it, or if I'm just immune to elevation like this. I don't know. I kept my feet completely dry the whole time. This was a great time of year to do it. Late July, early August. We had great weather. The lows were in the upper 30s probably overnight, and the highs were in probably in the 70s, maybe touching 80.
And they said May and June you need to wrap up your car for marmots, but late July, early August, September, you don't have to worry about the marmots at the trailhead.
Yeah.
And the ranger actually said that she may take away the tarps. They do offer free tarps to wrap up your car at the Mineral King trailhead.
Wildlife, we didn't see any bears. I think there was maybe one old bear scat pile. The only things out of the ordinary we saw was marmots and pikas. There were a bunch of deer. They weren't like white-tailed deer, but the only time we ever saw them was around campsites. So I don't know what was, I don't know if people were feeding them or whatever. Also, we had no rain, which was perfect. There was almost not a cloud in the sky the entire time we were out here.
I think the nighttime lows, once we got higher up in the elevations, it was like in the high 30s, high to mid 30s at night. Yeah. And then lower elevations, it was like mid 40s, low mid 40s.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, it was good. Tomorrow we'll head out of here and we'll have the drive back to Vegas, catch the flight back to Pittsburgh. I do want to mention the campsites. The established campsites that are listed as official campsites, they all have bear boxes, I'm pretty sure, and there was a few of them that had pit toilets. And you do need reservations. You do need to go through the whole reservation thing. Beth hooked that up.
Not for the campsites, but for the permit.
For the permit.
They do it per trail, like where you are starting your hike, the trailhead. They do the permit.
And there's only that one trailhead.
Yeah, it was Timber Gap.
Yeah, that road up there, just be prepared for the drive up there on that road to get up to that trailhead. What were you calling it? The road of doom.
Yeah. And what is that? The going clockwise more so than counterclockwise.
Yeah, I mentioned that already. Yeah, definitely clockwise.
It can be hammock camped. It can be.
Can be.
Yeah, if you are,
Yeah, there's certain lakes that don't have any trees around them, like Columbine Lake or whatever. Well, I don't think you're allowed to camp there anyways.
No.
But yeah, it can be hammocked. I don't think we didn't see any other hammockers out there, other than like people with lounging or REI lounging hammocks. Hammocks. Great scenery, great trip, and I think we'll wrap things up with that. And thanks for watching.